Hi everybody, this is Andy, your Cussing chef. Even though of course I'm not a chef, I'm a cook. And tonight I'm going to tell you all about something that's one of my favorite dishes ever, and that is fish and chips. And as you can see here, the British flag, even though this whole thing says New Zealand. Every time I've been in England, stuff is so expensive, I've never bought a t-shirt or sweatshirt from England because they're just too expensive. So when I was in New Zealand, it was much better exchange rate, and I got this beautiful t-shirt. Anyway, that was many years ago. Had a great time. New Zealand's a wonderful country to visit, along with Australia. And of course, England's a great place too. Thoroughly enjoy going there. I love the fact they speak English, which makes it easy for us as Americans. Anyway, so tonight we're talking about fish and chips, which of course has spread all over the world. I'm using fish and chips from Costco, and it's halibut, ocean-caught halibut. And just a little bit of background on fish and chips. I'm also doing a salad with English cucumbers, again, English UK flag, and tomatoes, and instead of chips. I mean, the other day I did some not fish and chips. I did some French fries and put them in the oven. Unfortunately, I burned them. Well, not all, but most of them. And so I said, forget it. I'm not going to use this again. So tonight, instead of fish and chips, we're using fish and organic red potatoes. So a little quick background on fish and chips, which I thought was really interesting. And that is, of course, it started in England, started in the UK area around 1860. And the interesting thing about that is it just grew and grew and grew until around 1910. There was 25,000 shops in the UK selling fish and chips. And what they did is put it in newspaper. And that's what they call the newspaper sometimes, fish wrap, because it wrapped the fish. Because they didn't really put in or have boxes like we do today, or bags. Oops, be careful. And so, in fact, it was so popular in World War I and World War II, that was one of the only products that was not rationed, so people could have fish and chips all the time. And of course, since England, the UK, Scotland, Wales is an island, along with Northern Ireland, they do a lot of fishing, and that's why they bring in the fish. Now, the fish over there is basically cod and haddock, but tonight, as I said, I'm using halibut because I love halibut. It's one of my favorite Alaska caught fish. Now, again, it started in the 1860s, but it probably came from immigrants coming into the UK. Charles Dickens even mentioned fish and chips in his book, Oliver Twist, which came out in 1838. So it certainly could have been there earlier. Now, the chips in England are thick. In the US, they're a little bit thinner, of course, and sometimes they're of course, thick here too. And when they're thick here, they're called steak fries. But tonight, again, we're using boiled red potatoes. I'm putting the fish in sandwiches, and I'm making a special sauce. So it should be very tasty. And again, the salad. I'm using an English cucumber, and so that's very tasty. I'm also going to enhance everything with a little German sauerkraut, because you put this on anything and it just makes it better and tastier. So it gives you a really good flavor. So that's tonight's dinner, and we'll get to it in a minute. Thanks. Okay, I'm back, and this is how I'm doing the cooking today for our fish and chips. Again, not really chips. In fact, let me show you what I meant. The organic red potatoes. There we go. Organic red potatoes with a little bit of salt. And then I'm going to mix butter, maybe a little bit of olive oil, and then mix it with some special sauce. So, put this back. Here's the halibut. Beautiful pieces of halibut, perfect for a sandwich, which is really what I am doing tonight. A fish and chips type sandwich. So that's going to go in the oven at 350 for about 20 to 24 minutes, and that should be plenty of time. And then I'm using these delicious onion rolls. It just says onion rolls at 4. Anyway, so these delicious, when they smell so good. If you could smell them, you would just go nuts. So I'm going to put a little bit of olive oil on the halibut, and then pop it in the oven, as I said, for 20-24 minutes. In the meantime, I've already made a salad, as I said before, with the English cucumber, with English tomatoes. And again, even though this is an English thing tonight, because that's where fish and chips started back in 1860, as we all know now. And so I'm going to put a special sauce together, including the German sauerkraut. Is this traditional German sauerkraut? Yeah, this is right from Germany too. I got it in the store today. Better see if I can open up the lid. And so that's what we're going to do. And so it should be a lot of fun. And I like to make things tasty, fun, delicious, which is, I guess, the same thing as tasty, and fun and easy to do. And the important thing is easy, to make things quick, fast, and simple, and yet tasty, delicious, and healthy. Hello again. Just got through making the sauce for the fish and chips. Actually, just for the fish. Chips, I'm doing something different because it's not chips. So I mixed a little bit of creamy Parmesan Caesar, some vinaigrette Caesar, some Thai-inspired chili wing sauce. And again, we're not doing wings. Some yellow mustard, and some soy sauce. So I mixed it all together, and I'm going to put that liberally on the fish. So that should be very tasty, very delicious. And then I'm going to see how the potatoes are doing, the red organic potatoes. And I'm going to mix that again with a little bit of olive oil, butter, and then put some other special ingredients in that. So I'll be back with you in a little while. And the fish again is going to take around 22 minutes or so. So here's my salad. I have the organic English cucumbers, organic tomatoes, coleslaw, which is not organic, and then I put some creamy Caesar dressing on. So that's my salad, and I'm going to put some pepper on that too. I just got through heating the onion buns, and I put some sauerkraut on that too for flavor, and of course the special sauce that I made right there. So that is going to be the start of a very delicious, tasty fish and chips, without the chips, but with organic potatoes. So as soon as it's all plated, I will let you know what it looks like and how it tastes. Okay, the potatoes are done. I put a little bit of butter in the potatoes. I have to get some pepper and put that on. And I'm going to do something really different. I'm going to put some of the tzatziki Greek yogurt in there, and then a little bit of the French onion dip. So it'll just give it a really nice flavor. So let me find the pepper, and I'll put this in. And then I'll start mixing all the other ingredients in here, which I'll definitely show what I'm doing. And of course, the Greek yogurt is certainly known for its low fat content, and quite delicious because it does have cucumbers in it too. And then we have the French onion, just another small amount just for flavor. And then I'll mix it all together, and it will be quite tasty, I am sure, because I've done this before, and it works out very nicely and very tasty. So, oh, look at that, look just beautiful, tasty, and the smell of that tzatziki with the French onion is very tasty. Look at that. So I'm going to put the top back on, let it all cook together, and be right back. Okay, now it's all ready. It's all done, ready to go. Can hardly wait to dig in. In fact, I'll just have a quick little potato and let you know what I think. You know, it's really interesting with the tzatziki sauce along with the French onion dip. So, you know, mix things together, and this is what you get sometimes. So, there is the sandwich. There's the potatoes. There's the sauerkraut on the fish. Beautiful, beautiful piece of halibut. So again, thanks to the British, right there, for fish and chips, starting in around 1860. And again, 1910, 25,000 shops. we're doing fish and chips takeout, again with the fish wrap. And of course they use cod and haddock, and of course I'm just using halibut tonight. So enjoy your dinner, enjoy your salad, enjoy your fish and chips without the chips, but that's okay. And it should be very tasty. So, and that concludes another Cussing chef or Cussing cook with fish and chips from England, or actually in this case, kind of New Zealand, but that's okay. Bye.